whole conversation became Simone Biles against Riley Gaines. When nobody's talking about the actual topic, which is should a boy be playing a girl sport? Notice nobody's talking about that anymore. That was what the conversation was supposed to be about. Nobody's talking about it. This is what they want. They want people arguing about something that has nothing to do with the actual subject so that the subject gets swept under the rug and everybody's paying attention to this over here. All right, it's a classic misdirection play. And for the most part, on most people, this worked. This is exactly how the political left wins cultural battles. This is how they do it. This is their job. And this is what the political right needs to figure out over the next 3 years. So any of you who's on the political right, all right, this is what needs to be figured out over the next 3 years. The messaging. Because the political left is really good at turning a logical conversation into an emotional debate that has nothing to do with the actual original point. This case in point right here. A boy playing in a girl's sport is the logical point. Conversation now is Riley Gaines against Simone Biles. And everybody's talking about that. No one's talking about the real subject. So the real subject never gets addressed. All the while, there's a bunch of boys playing in girls' sports, and girls are losing their opportunities, their trophies, their scholarships, and everything. And just their safety as females, having a man in a space that's supposed to be only for women, and nobody's talking about it. And that's what the political left wants. Because if we actually talked about it, the political left would look real dumb. They would have to answer for it. If you hold their feet to the fire on the actual subject, then their lack of substance will be exposed. But if you don't hold someone's feet to the fire on the actual subject and you allow them to use whatever myriad logical fallacies against you, then you get lost in their web, and that's exactly what they want. Now you're arguing with them about something that don't have shit to do with the actual topic. Actual topic never gets addressed. The problem never gets solved. And 4 more years go by, and you still haven't fixed the issue. So on the political right, the key is you got to get people who are able to break down the bullshit, call out the bullshit, and get the subject back to the subject. This is where someone like J.D. Vance has a lot of opportunity, because J.D. Vance is pretty good verbally. You need people who can play this verbal jousting game, and they can beat those other people at their own game. Basically, you got to be able to talk circles around people, because there are a lot of people on the political left who are really good at talking circles around you if you're not good at catching their bullshit, and they will railroad you verbally before you even figure out what the hell happened is over. It's like you get in a boxing match, someone just starts throwing punches, and you're playing defense so much that you can't even get out of defensive position. The referee stops the fight. You don't even know what the hell happened. All right, that's what happens when you deal with these people who are really verbally dexterous. J.D. Vance has that, and that's why he'd be useful. And there are others on the political right, but they need this. At some point, you got to beat people at their own game. Now, you got to play your game, but at some point, you got to learn how to beat people at their game, because if they keep doing it, it's going to keep working against you. So they win cultural battles. The political left has dominated a lot of cultural battles over the last 10 years. How do they do it?